to make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to English, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist and taste. Ain't no telling where this felon is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. Realizing to master enterprise, and I ain't have to be in school by 10. I then began to encounter with my counterparts on how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections. Drugs by these selections. Some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe sold separately. Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith & Wesson like my dick was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here, say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better stand. Put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid. Only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Motherfucker. 88. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid. Only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. A nigga never been as broke as me. I like that. When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm throwing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? I see you later. They come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Become my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it, and hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them. I stole with them, I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch, the milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 80 lunch, 80 lunch. Long as I got stuff for most of them soft. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cut to make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to English, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist and taste. Ain't no telling where this felon is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. enterprise and I ain't have to be in school by 10. I then began to encounter with my counterparts to how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections. Drugs by these selections. Some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe sold separately. Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith and Wesson like my dick was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here, say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Motherfucker. 88. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. A nigga never been as broke as me. I like that. When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm throwing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? Huh? I see you later. Here come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Here come my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it.
Whew. Man.
Man, oh man.
Wow. Do we have a lot to talk about, bruh?
I swear.
I think we lost you.
No, give me a second.
Oh, okay. That's what it looks like when the video goes out. Okay, I never seen that. Okay. Man, wow. So, let's hop right into the intro, bro. Let's not...
Nice, cracking up, bro. That was one of the best segments I've ever seen.
Dude, oh, man. Bro, let's hop right into the intro, man. Let's not waste any time, man. What is going on, guys? We're back with yet again another edition of the Notorious Hills Podcast, man. This is the latest edition of Breaking News. Breaking news, man. We've only done 3. I want to say 3 in the history of the Breaking News series, man. Obviously, if you don't know how this works, when there's a breaking story, we come on a day that we usually don't come on. And obviously, we had this breaking story. We could have came on yesterday, but I figured it's best we wait till after Dynamite just to see if anything comes out. And what do you know? Something came out. So, we usually try to wait together. We don't want to just come on here without having no information for you guys, man, which was the right move because we got a little bit of information for you guys, man. And obviously, we do these kind of things if we know that you guys want to hear about it, if there is a demand for a certain topic to be talked about, we will be here, man. So, wow. Okay. So, yes, what is going on, guys? We are back with another edition of the Notorious Hills Podcast, another edition of Breaking News. And on this episode, man, we are going to cover Stephanie McMahon resigning as WWE co-CEO, and none other than Vince McMahon. None other than Vince McMahon being appointed the new executive chairman of the company. Also, wow, I can't believe these words are about to come out of my mouth, bro. WWE possibly being sold. Now, I know the rumors got debunked, but we'll go into every reason why, even though they're debunked for now, every reason why this is most likely happening and why you watching at home, just like us, should be very fucking afraid of this news. So, again, we're on here with the third edition of Breaking News, man, and this is, yes, another edition of Breaking News, man. If this is your first time watching, you guys do not know how the show works. Every Monday, we are on here with Notorious Unscripted. After Monday Night Raw, every Friday, we are on here at 4 p.m. Central with the news. And for certain occasions like this, we are on here with Breaking News, man. So if you guys did miss this past Monday's edition of Unscripted, that is available on all platforms for you guys, man. That is Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. And if you want to see it first, join us right here, 10 o'clock. After Monday Night Raw every Monday. And what is the title to that episode, you may ask? Are we already starting to see Vince McMahon-isms in WWE television, bro? And then this breaks. So, the answer most likely was yes. Or maybe they weren't Vince McMahon-isms, but they were Triple H stopped caring-isms.
We said it Monday night that Triple H knows before we would.
Yes.
He probably knew that night.
He probably knew.
And why care?
He was probably, his spirits were probably so low, it is probably unfathomable that the mindset that man was probably in that night. So, yes, if you guys did miss that, that is episode 125 of Unscripted. Again, that is available on all platforms for you guys, man. Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and if you want to see it first, again, join us right here after Monday Night Raw for Unscripted, man. Also, if you guys have not got a chance to get your hands on some of the official Notorious Heels podcast merchandise, you guys can now find this on all platforms, man. You guys can now find this on the merch shop, not on all platforms. Yes, you can now find this on the merch shop, man. Link is at the top of the description of this video. It is in either mine or Sir social media pages as well. You can get all 8 of these beautiful designs in more than just a hoodie for on bonfire.com, man. You have the Chicago flag design, the Chicago skyline design, the base logo design, the best kept secret to the IWC, the notorious scratch logo design, the only community that matters, the uncrowned kings of the IWC, and the Christmas merch, man. Got the Christmas merch, again, all available. All of these beautiful designs, all 8 of them are available on bonfire.com. Again, link is at the top of the description of this video, and it is in either mine or Sir K's social medias, and all are available in more than just t-shirts, man. So, with that, if this is your first time watching, you guys do not know who we are here at the Notorious Heels Podcast. I am Johnny Mayhem, one half of the hosts of this very show, and as for the other half, we got my man Sir K here. How's it going, man?
It's been going good, man. Been going good. Just was chilling on, man. Had a pretty normal day yesterday. I was just at work doing my normal shit, man. And I actually dropped while I was at lunch, man. And I was just sitting there, just astonished, bro. The rest of my day, I was just thinking, just walking around, just not even there, bro. It's insane, man. All this shit is fucking insane, man. But
Agreed.
other than that, man, I've been good, man. Yeah, man, like Durante always asks, how's life? How's the family? I'm good, man. The family's good. What about you, Durante, Logan, everybody in chat, man? How you guys doing? What about you, bro? How you doing, man?
Well, I'm good. I'm good. I'm enjoying my last day of vacation. Work vacation from the unfun job. So this is sad, but it's nice because I'm happy to end it off on the right foot, and that is doing another impromptu stream. So I'm happy that was able to happen, man. And otherwise, I've really enjoyed my vacation. I've just been able to relax, man. It's been really nice. So That's always nice. So, well, you gave a little story on where you were when this dropped. I was making guacamole for my steak tacos that I was making yesterday. I was making guacamole and um I couldn't really touch my phone cuz I was cutting peppers, but bro, I seen a notification. I seen a notification pop up and I hovered my head over my phone to see what it was, and I seen Stephanie McMahon resigns as WWE co-CEO, and I just yelled out, "Holy shit!" because I knew what was to come. But we'll get into
Mhm.
that. We're gonna get into that first because that was that was the tip of the iceberg, I guess, before everything just fucking fell off. But other than that, man, I've been really good. It's been an exciting day, man. Just took my car to the shop. Just servicing my baby, so she's all good to go for the time being. And I got I have a fuck ton of figures to unbox, man. If you guys follow me on social media, I finally got all my Undisputed Era, and I was waiting, obviously, to take all four of them out of the box. And today, I finally got my birthday gifts from my dad, so shout out to you, Dad. I got my Malachi Black, my ringside exclusive CM Punk from the first dance, and then Bryan Danielson. So I'm about to go set those up in the shelf after we get off here. But, bro, wow. I was so oh man, yesterday was a clusterfuck, man. I was in the midst of uploading all of my year-end award winners, and just in the middle of that, you have, the wrestling journalist tweeting out, and I absolutely hate when they do this.
Big
Something's big's happening.
eyeball emoji, like, bro, that isn't journalism, dog. And listen, you guys might know my beef with a certain somebody that is a wrestling journalist. I will say though,
Right.
he's one of the only ones that wasn't being like that last night.
Yeah.
So
He's
my
usually
singular
good.
props to that guy. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
usually good with that shit. For being an you know what? I'll contain myself, man. For being him, he ain't bad, man. But bro, the rest of them, man, something big dropping later,
Oh my god, bro.
and they were just silent for like an hour and a half.
And
Like,
and look, if you come out, and a couple of them did this, and I can respect this. A couple of them, like, if you want to come out and say something big is happening, that's all I can tell you because I don't know myself what it is. That's one thing. But when you're sitting there saying something big's going down, it'll be up later. Dude, like, I don't
just
know. That shit pisses me off to no end. And then news breaks like not too long after that. So I don't know why we have to be fucking cryptic. I don't know why everybody's all of a sudden got to act like fucking Uncle Howdy, Bray Wyatt and shit.
is not
So
like, oh, really? Nice. I wish I could have read it. This one. I wish I could read any of those.
I'm dead.
I can read JD's side. Can't really read this side. Wonder why.
So, man, bro, this was I read a tweet from our guy Jesse. He said after all this was done, and it made me chuckle last night because it was so true. He said last night, remember when the biggest story of the night was Stephanie McMahon resigning? And that genuinely made me chuckle because oh boy, did the fucking shit hit the fan. Dude, All right. So first things first, bro. This was the first thing that happened. Like I said, this was the first thing that happened, and this is kind of when I knew. This is kind of when I knew WWE was possibly steering off the rails. Also, before we get into that, thank you guys for all the new subscribers that we got. I don't know if that was for me posting a fuck ton on social media with our year-end awards or my my Twitter rant, because I was very heated the last night. So thank you to all the couple people that subscribe, man, and I hope you enjoy your first episode experience, because golly, dude.
Over.
So yes, again, I'm sitting in the kitchen and I'm fucking stirring up the guac. I'm stirring this shit up, and I just see Stephanie McMahon resigns as CEO. So this was breaking news as of yesterday, man. Stephanie McMahon has announced her resignation as WWE CEO and will be returning to her leave from WWE. Additionally, Vince McMahon has been elected as executive chairman of the board. Wow. You know, Stephanie leaving again for me was the tip of the iceberg. And what really pisses me off to an extreme T is every fucking body wants to sit there and say, oh, well, this is fine because she didn't want to be there anyway. Yeah, dumbass. That doesn't make it any better.
No.
I mean, you got to understand where I'm coming from, bro, because these WWE people just seem to just suck cock to the extreme fullest, bro, and it is fucking ridiculous. I mean, these fucking people have an excuse for every single thing to deny that the company is going down the fucking drain. And by the news of this Saudi Arabia shit, and look, you don't have to take us for news. You know, we're not wrestling journalists, but
No.
but you can take our opinion later on this Saudi Arabia shit. This is happening, bro. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. As of right now, unless something really falls through, this is fucking happening. I don't think Sir K said this, before we went on. But I don't think idiots understand that you can't necessarily buy a multi-billion-dollar company over the course of 2 hours.
Literally, it takes months for that shit to go through. Like, come on, people. And the thing with Stephanie, bruh, if a place like Saudi Arabia, we don't know how they are, you think they would want a woman CEO, dog? Why else would she step down?
Exactly.
You think Disney would care? Nah.
No.
You think any company other than Saudi Arabia would care about Stephanie McMahon as CEO? Not at all. But Saudi Arabia, that shit ain't gonna fly, dog. Dude, it's so obvious, bro. It's so obvious what's going on. People are just denying. They're like fucking Roderick from fucking Diary of a Wimpy Kid, bro.
I
It's
know.
just deny.
Deny. Bro,
That's the WWE mentality, bro. And it's just
the
sad, man.
these fucking people. And then that's the best part. The point Sir K just brought up sounds way more logical than the other excuse I was hearing. I had this said to me personally. Stephanie stepped down because it's harder for a company to sell with 2 CEOs.
That is one of the dumbest things I bet. Why?
Dude,
How?
the board, the board of directors, people who have to, and shareholders, have been ecstatic with Stephanie McMahon and Nick Khan as co-CEOs. If that isn't one of the dumbest fucking things I've heard in my entire life, I don't know what is. Bro. I genuinely, oh yeah, we'll get to that, bro. We'll get to that. Don't worry. We're not holding our fucking tongue. Bro, these people Oh, I don't get it, bro. I genuinely had that said to me personally. They the company is harder to sell with two CEOs, and that's why Steph stepped down. Bullshit. She stepped down because Saudi Arabia, again, like Sir K said, is not going to want a woman as a co-CEO of the company. Are you people fucking stupid?
It's like the reason people say that is they think, a company wouldn't want to buy another company that has so much mixed management, or they go one way and you know what I mean. But the thing is, not only are they obviously not being bought by a company, but by a fucking country, which in itself is a massive, massive problem. But other ways, let's say Disney, we're the ones looking, we're the main buyers right now. They would see the board and they would see Stephanie McMahon and they would see that everybody's happy with the direction of management, the line of management. People like it because people don't really report to Nick Khan, even though he was the co-CEO. You know what I mean? He just he just did the deals, bro. That's all really he is there for. Everything else was handled by Stephanie, man, and that's how it is with talent. If talent needed business related stuff, you can bet their ass they went to Stephanie McMahon if they want to talk about, their side business or whatever the hell, a YouTube channel they want to do, whatever. They all went to Stephanie, man. And the business transactions probably went through Nick Khan, man. And that sounds like a pretty simple system to not only me, but a potential buyer. Doesn't make sense to Saudi Arabia.
No.
They gonna see that and say, who? You got a what as a CEO, dog? Come on, dog. You got to change that. And look what happened. Did she resign or did she have to resign?
Exactly.
Come
I
on.
mean, these people, again, these fucking people have every single excuse in the book, bro. Every
Mm,
excuse in the book, and it is just, it is quite ridiculous, dude. I mean, what we just said makes a whole lot more sense than these excuses, and there's a lot of them that I'm hearing. Dude, I mean, this for me was genuinely what I felt to be the tip of the iceberg, and boy was I right, because oh man. So
man.
the big news that was to drop came not too far after that, because Steve Muhlenhausen reported that from his sources that WWE has been sold to Saudi Arabia's public investment fund. The company will go back to being private. Unknown if Vince McMahon will return as head of creative, but it is expected by some people. Bro, WWE WWE, I swear to God, will lose this almost morally have already lost this war because they shot themselves in the head. And bro, you
Dog.
the second thing, you are absolutely selling your company. Your company's rich, and I mean rich fucking history, to a bunch of people who do not give a flying fuck about your company. They don't give a single fuck about your company, bro.
Dude, man. All the people, all the lives changed by this company. I'm not just talking about the fans. I'm talking about the people that have been through in and out of this company, man. All the wrestlers who had their lives there, had their fucking careers ended there, had cried on stage, had fucking had to announce their retirement. I mean, all the people, and think about all the fucked up shit Vince did just to get to here. All the people that essentially had to be sacrificed on this path.
Yeah.
to just sell it to Saudi Arabia, bro. Like, that's fucked, man. And I saw someone random on Twitter mention this, and I thought it was really cool, man. Imagine, although them being bought by Disney probably maybe wouldn't have been, I, yeah, they're probably one
Ideal.
of the best options, but think about the cool stuff outside of the product, which could still be good under, Disney. That I mean, they might give it to Vince. I think more. I think Triple H might have had a chance if it was sold to a place like Disney, man. But think about all the other cool shit a place like Disney could have done. We could have had a physical Hall of Fame. You know how much wrestling related shit they would put in at Disney World
Amusement
then?
parks and stuff.
That shit would be sick, bro. They could get their ice cream bars. Now CM Punk ain't with the company, but they'd be getting ice cream bars, bro. Shit like that, man. But when you're owned by Saudi Arabia, it's just gonna be nothing. It's literally gonna be nothing. So it's just I don't get it, man, and
Dude,
it just doesn't make sense. It's just
This,
sad.
this is some of the worst. This is easily the worst company news we've ever gotten. WWE WWE being sold to Saudi Arabia. I
Scary.
I genuinely cannot even believe. I genuinely cannot even believe to imagine what what would happen to the company, bro.
Like,
I don't know. Like, would they still be an American based promotion? Would
would think so, but like, yeah, how much shit are they gonna, dude? If they would put Mania in Saudi Arabia, that just
uh
kills the whole point of WrestleMania.
and
The one show,
all the old guys they would just bring back because the Saudi prince doesn't fucking know any better? I mean, nah,
dude.
man.
People tried to say that the roster would walk out. Ain't nobody walking out. There's going to be a few people that walk out if that happens, like your Sami
Yeah.
Zayns, like your MVPs, who have genuinely no choice but to just up and leave. Dude, half of these fucking people tweeted "Thank you, Vince" last year, bruh. They ain't going nowhere. So they're gonna be on TV losing to some dude dressed up as Ultimate Warrior. It's gonna be fucking
Yeah.
horrible, man. And dude, the fans, they're gonna lose doing that. Oh man. Dude, they think the numbers are gonna go up. They're gonna go straight downhill.
Dude, so another thing I forgot to mention was so I mentioned at the end of this Stephanie story that Vince McMahon has been elected unanimously by the board of directors as the executive chairman. Okay, WWE has announced that the board of directors has unanimously decided to proclaim Vince McMahon as the new executive chairman of the board. This is the same board of directors that he reassembled, him and his goons. They reassembled, and this is the same board of directors that they just gutted. They just
Literally.
fucking gutted it. People resigned. People want to sue him. Dude, I mean, you can't get any more power hungry than this, bro. I mean, this is legendarily, and I said it, and I said it on Twitter yesterday to bro to quote CM Punk again, bro. If anybody wants to defend this shit, you can suck a blood money covered dick, you fucking dork, bro.
That's, that's gotta be the next pay-per-view, bruh. Blood money. It's good fucking God.
Dude,
That's just horrible, man.
this man gutted the board of directors, brought his old people back in, and then proceeded to say they unanimously elected you as the executive chairman. You elected yourself, bro. This is I don't know how people can defend this. I genuinely do not know how people can defend this, bro. I mean, this is way beyond point of defending, man. This is some of the most ridiculous stuff I've ever heard. Genuinely, this is probably the most ridiculous shit I've ever heard from a company standpoint. And again, I stress, I have been watching this shit for my entire life, bro, since 2007. That is like 15 years, if my quick math does me any justice, bro. I have been watching this shit for like 15 years. Never, ever, 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 ever has it gotten this fucking ridiculous. And a guy and a man who, dude, sacrificed so many people to get his spot back, including his daughter, his own daughter, who's worked by his side since she was young as shit. I believe we started seeing Stephanie McMahon when she was 17 years old, posing in WWE magazine. She has worked to learn the ins and outs of this business alongside her father for her whole entire life. And she was fucked out of the company like that. And it is ridiculous because we have a friend who texted us yesterday in our group chat. And this is the shit that gets me. As he said to us, as soon as I start to gain back my love for professional wrestling, Vince goes and takes it back again. Do you understand how incredibly sad that is from a standpoint when you're looking at your audience? People under Triple H were falling back in love with your program, and just like that, they feel like they need to leave again. Utterly fucking ridiculous, and it makes me sick. Again, I've been watching this shit for my entire fucking life, bro. And I mean, this takes the cake for some of the most ridiculous shit I think I've ever heard in my entire life as it pertains to professional wrestling. You cannot get any more power hungry than this, bro. You can't.
Literally, man. Like, Vince is a fucking, like, holy shit, how selfish and evil do you have to be to not only kick your daughter out of your company that you basically grew her up in to teach her to take it, you kick her out so you can sell it to a corrupt country. Like, what? Like, what? Like, dude, you fucking, what is this, Iron Man? What are you, like, dude, it doesn't make sense, bro. It's so sad on all parts, man, from the people in the company that are gonna have to deal with this, the people that got kicked out of this company for this, and just everybody surrounding all of this shit, man. Like it's just unbelievable how selfish and just evil that this shit is, man.
Yes. Absolutely, bro. To address Logan's comment, I think it would be pretty good over NBC. I don't. I think Fox would be okay too. I think there's pros and cons to both of them. I wouldn't want NBC to go ahead and absolutely get their fucking ad revenue boner again and go ahead and make all content 3 hours. And then with Fox, I wouldn't want them to give WWE too much of a sports feel, if that makes any sense, because AEW tried to do the whole sports feel thing at first and it just don't work for me. I mean, with their whole ranking system, everybody was like, oh, this is such a good thing. I like keeping track of losses and wins. I like that, but I don't like, I just don't like a ranking system, man. I think in professional wrestling, you have to move with the times. I think that's one of the most interesting parts about professional wrestling is, like for example, with the Acclaim this year, nobody's seen that coming, but you had to do it because They were
Exactly.
undeniable. You know what I mean? And I mean, if your ranking system tells you any justice, what if the Acclaimed were fucking 10 wins behind than the number one team? I mean, the story calls for it, then you got to do it. You know,
Mhm.
but AEW tried to do the whole sports feel thing, and I fucking hated it. You know, I don't like too much of a sports feel. NXT was the sweet spot, bro. It really
It really
was.
was.
Or like
It was,
tonight in
man.
AEW, I think we seen a perfect mix of both. And my God,
Exactly.
forgot to address that in the beginning of the show, but what a fucking show, dude. What a
That shit
show.
was awesome, man. I loved it.
I was going to say in the beginning of the show, I love coming on here happy after a
I
professional
know.
wrestling show. I mean, what a good fucking show, man. The Elite, man, what a great ladder match, bro. How about Takeshita versus Bryan Danielson, dude?
That shit
Whew.
was heat, bro. That shit was real heat, man. You guys might see us happy on Wednesday nights in a couple months, man. That might be the new standard.
The, see, and that's my thing. Again, I have no problem doing. I have no problem doing this on Wednesday. I'm gonna say that right now. I also don't
I
have a
like
problem just going over AEW Dynamite, and I'm gonna give it a little more time personally. And you know, if any of you and even you, Sir K, decide to just not watch the shit, you know, you'll hear it from me, bro, because I completely understand, dude. I mean, but again, if it gets too bad, I'm telling you, I'm about there, bro. I'm about there. I mean, this is some of the most ridiculous shit I think I've ever heard in my life, and I truly mean that. I truly mean that. I am. I am, especially after hearing news like this, bro. I genuinely feel like it's only a matter of time before I have one foot out the door, and I have no fucking problem because we did it for the longest time, where we would hop on here, talk about AEW, and then skim through Raw really quick and not talk about SmackDown at all because it just sucks. It sucks, and if this company's under Saudi Arabia, bro, and people will leave and people will get fired. And if they continue to do that again under Saudi Arabia, I'm done. I'm done. That's as simple as it is. And we'll be on here every Wednesday night after AEW Dynamite talking about Dynamite for Unscripted because this is unacceptable, bro. And no wrestling fan should have to deal with this to the point where I mean, listen to me on Monday with Monday Night Raw, bro. I told you guys then, going into the show, I didn't feel like watching any WWE because my fucking spirit was just crushed. It was just crushed. I didn't feel like watching any professional wrestling because it's the politics just make the shit not fun. The pro wrestling politics just make the shit not fun. And in this case, it's Vince McMahon yet again ruining shit for his audience because he thinks he knows what's best. And in reality, his company's going to be better when he's dead. That's just how it is, bro. That's just how it fucking is, man. I mean, it's utterly ridiculous, and I do not blame anybody. I do not blame a motherfucker right now that hasn't been watching WWE product for the past 5 years. I don't blame you, and I also don't blame the guy who stopped watching as of Monday when Vince McMahon took over. Because it's fucking ridiculous, and we all love professional wrestling, and we all just want to have a good fucking time. But when you have shit like this in professional wrestling politics that get in the way and completely crush your spirit and almost kind of kill your love for the shit. Who wants to do that, bro? And when it gets to a point when they just are blatantly doing things to let you know they don't give a fuck about the fan and all they care about is their money and their fucking their self-empowerment, then it just becomes too much, bro. It just becomes too much. So much so, again, you will be seeing us here on Wednesday night. If this shit gets too bad, I know you're checking out, and I'm fucking not too far behind you, bro. Because and I don't care. I don't fucking care. I would if it gets to the point where fucking Rampage is more enjoyable than these
that.
WWE shows, we're
That would be
we're
horrible.
we're checking out, bro. And that's gonna be the end of it, dude. Until this motherfucker's really gone, and you all know what I mean by that. So
And if that happens, they'll be sold, bruh. They'll be owned by somebody else. You know what, dude? The second that sale happens, it's too late. too late for anything. It is destined
Exactly.
for failure if they sell them to if they sell the company to them. And that's just sad, man, because I think that's what they're doing.
Unbelievable, bro. Unbelievable. We all, we all love WWE. We all grew up on WWE, but it is what it is, bro. And at the end of the day, we all loved we all loved we all we all loved certain memories, and a lot of it came from Triple H, man, and we all, and sure, we all loved a lot of Vince McMahon stuff, but that stuff was a minute ago, man. That stuff was a really long
Well,
time ago, bro. I mean, some of the stuff he's given us over the past couple years, even though it's been good, it doesn't even amount to a lot of the stuff that I seen when I was a kid. The Punks, the Cenas, those kind of guys, bro. So the Jeff Hardys and whatnot. You guys know what I'm saying, man. I mean, yes, there has been gems in Vince McMahon's era, but at the end of the day, if 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 it just, again, if it just gets too ridiculous and we're headed down that route, I mean, this is the end for WWE. And that's just how it is, bro. That's just how it is, and there's not a fucking thing we could do about it because, again, the guy who runs it does not care whatsoever about his audience. And that is one thing. You could say whatever you want about Tony Khan. You could say whatever you want about him. You could call him a nerd like MJF does. You could call him a geek. You could call him a mark. I would rather deal with a mark than somebody who's willing to fuck his own daughter out of her position. And somebody who doesn't give a flying fuck about anybody but himself. And again, I would rather deal with a mark or a geek or a nerd in Tony Khan than anything that Vince McMahon has to offer at this stage in his life, because everything that turns into gold, he just takes it away. I don't know.
It's horrible, man. It really is, man. And this debunking, it it ain't
Bullshit.
debunked, bro. It ain't debunked. I hate to say it. I wish it was, but it ain't, man. It ain't.
Yeah, and what is going on, JT, by the way?
So, man,
You said, I'll just tune in for Bray Wyatt. Absolutely. We love
yeah,
Bray. Problem is, Bray Wyatt is liking fans' tweets on Twitter
yeah,
saying that they're scared that he's going to be released again. And will he be released again? Probably. And I would rather see him released before Uncle Howdy gets buried. That's just
mm-hmm.
how it is, bro.
That's
That's
just
just
how
how
it
it
is,
is.
man.
I would like to see him and Bo get fucking released, and it'll suck all over again, just like it did the first time. But if it saves Uncle Howdy from being buried and his story from being absolutely fucking demolished,
Thanks, man.
yeah.
Because, ooh, it's scary, man. I will say though, I think Saudi liked Bray, so I think if they own him, he has a chance. But even in the creative direction, they'll just fuck that up anyway. So it's like,
I mean, look
might
what
as well just
I
do
mean.
something.
Yeah, I mean, look at the worst booking decision of the year for 2020.
Where did that take place?
Saudi Arabia. Goldberg fucking squashed Bray Wyatt.
That's what it's gonna be, bro. That's what the WWE creative direction is gonna be under Saudi Arabia. These old people squashing everybody. And it's gonna be horrible, man.
This is, remember when I told you guys WWE like the Thunderdome because they don't look online like Tony Khan does to actually see what his audience is doing, because Tony Khan actually understands a lot of wrestling fans talk on Twitter. So, as long as you find the right kind of wrestling fans that are honest, but they're not, burying your company or just being dicks, um, as long as you find the right kind of accounts like ours, you should be fine because,
Exactly.
um,
Just say it how it is. It
I
goes
mean,
good, good.
yeah,
Nah, it's not.
that's just how it is. But But that's one thing, again, about Tony Khan. He is at least up with the times. And again, what I was talking about was WWE loved the Thunderdome because they didn't have to listen to their audience. They just had a bunch of fucking idiots on screens doing this all fucking show. All show, and they're waving and they're fucking playing Chris Benoit on the goddamn Trons. Dude,
And so Kenny Omega popped in that shit just looking.
dude,
That was legendary.
I mean, WWE love that. And what is the closest thing you can get to a bunch of mindless fucking monitors that don't make any noise? The people in Saudi Arabia. Those people are about as mindless as you can fucking get. And honestly, I think the people that actually keep up with the product, I think they stick them in the nosebleeds. And all
Yeah.
the people that have no fucking idea what is going on, they're the ones seated in the front row in their fucking recliner chairs looking around. They're not even watching the match half the time. They're just looking at shit. Like, dude, what the fuck are you looking at? I mean,
Just
what do you...
admiring the stage, bro. Like, the fuck? They sent all the fucking rich people on the front that don't give a fuck, that are just there because they paid for this shit, essentially. Like, come on, bro. It's sad, man. It really is sad
It really is.
where all this is going, man.
100% agreed. So, Ariel Helwani, WWE's buddy, tweeted this out today. Contrary to reports stating otherwise last night, there is no deal in place at this precise moment for WWE to be sold to Saudi Arabia's public investment fund or any entity, sources say. The organization is still exploring all options, I'm told, developing. This is this absolutely means nothing. This absolutely means nothing because last night the story we got was that WWE had not been sold officially, but it is a verbal agreement with the Saudis that they will get the company. And with that brings me to that story. So, WWE has agreed to company sale in Saudi Arabia in principle. Cassidy Haynes of BodySlam.net reported an update to their original story. He noted that the deal to buy WWE is not completely finalized because they have to approve it with their shareholders first. And that being said, the deal is agreed to in principle. The deal isn't completely finalized because WWE must provide notice to shareholders and parties, otherwise there are legalities to go through as the company is publicly traded. But again, I'm told a deal has been agreed to in principle. The WWE is getting sold. It may not be getting sold overnight because, ladies and gentlemen, the same process of buying a company isn't the same process you idiots do to go on the PlayStation store and buy the newest fucking game that's on sale. It's not that
Literally.
it's not that it's not that fucking easy, man. It's not that easy.
Literally.
That was a good one, Logan. It's not that easy. I'm telling you guys right now, bro. This company, this company's getting sold to Saudi Arabia. A group of people, again, who do not give a flying fuck about this company's rich history, bro. You know, man, that's absolutely wild to me, bro. All the people that fucking almost killed themselves for this company, and you are selling all that rich history away to people who simply just do not fucking care about the product.
That's just horrible.
Unbelievable.
Literally, man. And people think that like shareholders are gonna stop this and whatnot. All right. Let's say a couple shareholders don't want this company to be sold to Saudi Arabia, and Vince McMahon wants to pay him off, but he don't have the money. So he could just tell Saudi Arabia, hey, if you guys want the company, you guys gotta pay me this money so I can pay it to them so I could sell it to you. They'll do that shit no problem. We, Saudi Arabia has so much money that not only are they going to be are they the obvious goal for Vince McMahon, but if anybody gets in their way, they pay them off and they buy the company, man. No one's going to stop any of them from buying this company, man. So, and we'll talk about it because that's probably the next story, man. Is the person suing Vince McMahon, but nothing's going to stop them in this path, man. They have so much money. It's such a powerhouse. It's gonna happen, man. And why would they go? And in terms of, Vince McMahon's fucked up, egotistical logic, why would he go to a normal, American company like Fox or NBC when he could go to a powerhouse and just buy his way through everything? It just sadly, in terms of Vince McMahon, it makes all the sense in the world.
Which leads me to our next topic. You mentioned he's just going to pay these people off. Once he get past all those roadblocks, WWE's rumored sale to Saudi Arabia is set to take the company private. Now, under a Triple H regime, oh my lord, this would be some of the best news we've gotten. Dude,
Yeah.
they don't got to answer to nobody. They could do whatever they want. They have free reign to do whatever they want. Just a family-owned business. And going private is amazing. Going private would be amazing for WWE.
Oh,
Then you bring in the Vince McMahon aspect of this all. Vince McMahon, again, once he gets past the shareholders and once he gets past the board of directors, he's good. Because once he gets this company sold to Saudi Arabia and they take it private, he is the one man and he cannot be questioned by anybody on what to do. He has full-fledged control of everything. He doesn't have to answer to a board. He doesn't have to answer to shareholders. He does not have to answer to a single fucking soul. It is just him. And again, I say, if this isn't the most power-hungry thing I've ever seen in my life up until this point, I don't know what is, bro, because that is just absolutely wild to me, bro. That is wild to me. WWE going private should, in an alternate universe, be fucking fantastic news. But in that alternate universe, Triple H is at head of creative, and he's just simply not, bro. So, Vince McMahon is at the helm, and if this company goes private, which if he gets it, it will, they're done. They are fucking done. He will run this company into the ground like you have never ever seen before. We thought it was bad before he left. Oh man.
man.
It's going
And
to be so bad we won't even be watching it. And I've watched
no,
WWE for my whole entire life. I love WWE, but there's a limit, bro. There is a limit. I mean, this is ridiculous.
and imagine the creative direction because the thing is about Vince McMahon that led him up to the point where, he had to resign and whatnot. He overall, he was bad. He was really bad on television, but he always had a direction for things that would overall not be extremely horrible in terms of he wouldn't just go make fucking Undertaker the world champ because you know how much money he would lose from doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
But after he sells his company, what money is he gonna lose, man? He just sold this bitch for probably like 4 billion.
Yep.
Who cares about money at that point?
I
He's
heard
getting
it.
it all.
That's what I heard, somewhere around the 4 to 6 billion range.
Nuts. But he'll fucking never have to worry about money. He won't give a shit anymore. He's set. Well, he already is set, but Vince, he wants to be that level of set.
Yeah.
He won't care. He will do any and everything he and the Saudi, royalty, whatever, wants on TV. He won't give a damn about nothing. What? Oh yeah, he might piss off a sponsor. Who cares? Who cares? We'll get the who is that fucking woman's belt named after that they had to change?
Fabulous Moolah.
They'll do all the fabulous moolah battle royals in the world because okay, they lost a Snickers sponsor. Who cares? We got Saudi paying for everything now. It's gonna be the direction, man. It's just gonna be a creative disaster, man. It is gonna be the 2012 equivalent of creative direction. It'll end, bro. It's over with.
Dude. All right, man. Let's talk about. Before, we're going to end you guys off with this Vince McMahon being sued news because that's the latest addition to this story. Obviously, I'm sure we'll have more for you guys on Friday. But, bro,
Yeah.
let's talk about something that is very important, not only to the company, but in life in general. Let's talk about morale. Let's talk about morale. Man, I chuckle. I do, because these are the same people. The same people, defending this are the same people that are saying that we're saying AEW is over because CM Punk and the Elite don't like each other. And what happened? We got through it, didn't we? Everybody's
That was the biggest news.
everybody's everybody's cool now. It seems like everybody just wants to move past it. Well, WWE, let's talk about their morale, man. So, Dave Meltzer said on Wrestling Observer Radio, the morale was much better without Vince McMahon. Now everybody is worried again because it's like if Vince is in charge and they're trying to sell, does that mean they're going to start doing budget cuts again?
Mhm.
Dude.
And one of the things that fucking that they said when they reinstated Vince McMahon, one of the reasons was to maximize profits. What else is gonna maximize profits, man? Budget cuts.
Yep. My thing, though, is with my logic, and I don't know how this looks from like a company standpoint, but or like business wise, but like, wouldn't you want to have more people on the roster so it's more expensive because Saudi Arabia is getting more bang for their buck with a bigger roster? Would that make sense?
I would think it would make sense to us, but maybe it's also like maybe bare bones roster is in a way cheaper, and that's what Saudi
Yeah,
Arabia
that's what
would
I was
want,
gonna say. It's
something a little cheaper.
less payroll.
Because not only would it be more to Vince, but it'd be more, appealing to Saudi Arabia, who could get to pay a little less for WWE. And
That's true.
that's both of their goals. For
That's
Saudi
true.
Arabia to pay as little as possible, and to Vince to get as much as possible. So those budget cuts, man, yeah, they're coming, man. Yeah, Raw is dead. Ugh, it really is.
WWE is about to be dead in a couple months. I'm telling you guys could believe whatever you want. You guys don't have to take our word as news. Obviously, we're not the wrestling journalists out here, but in both of our unanimous opinions, this company's getting fucking sold, bro. As soon as that shit came out with Ariel Helwani, the same story came out yesterday. Again, the company's not finalized as sold, which is why, in the title, we put a question mark behind it because it's not sold yet. But, dude, again, buying WWE isn't the same process as fucking buying Dying Light 2 on the PlayStation Store. You don't just go into an app, type up, your card info or put your gift card in and you're good to go. Don't work like that. You have to
Literally.
actually take steps. And dude, this company will get sold to Saudi Arabia if they were willing to pay the most for it, and odds are they are, because they love having WWE around, because they like fucking watching Ultimate Warrior or whoever the fuck they will want Macho Man on the fucking show. They like that. They like having the WWE around because their people don't get any other fucking entertainment out there. And Vince, if they're willing to give him the most money, if he's going to get the most bang for his fucking buck, his dying company, then they'll do it. And especially if he's as head of creative. And again, if they put Vince in there to maximize profits, if you want to sit there and tell me that Triple H is not far behind his wife, you are bullshitting yourself, bro. He's either out the door or he's getting demoted for a second time.
Exactly, bro. Either one. Either he's just getting booted completely, or he's just demoted, which is basically just getting booted at the same time. So, in terms of Vince McMahon eyes, Saudi Arabia is the definite go-to, man. I mean, you get all the money in the world, and you get to do whatever you want. It's a win-win for his ass, and it's a lose-lose for everybody else. But for him, it's the answer he's going with, man. And it doesn't take overnight to buy a fucking billion-dollar company. Everybody's got to agree that everyone's got to agree. They got to do all their paying off the people that don't agree. They got to settle lawsuits. They got to do all this, do all that, and then the deal's gonna go through, man. And then the WWE will be owned by Saudi Arabia. That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
It really is, bro. It really is. Just wow, bro. Some of the craziest news, man. Genuinely, some of the craziest news. It's gonna happen, you guys. It is going to happen.
Mhm.
Sean Ross Sapp, your buddy, confirmed yesterday that the WWE wrestlers are pissed off about the news, and some wrestlers have already asked for their release.
I want to know who.
Well, we have one name already that
Mhm.
is gone from the company. That is, before we talk about some of the walkouts that will probably happen as well. And, personally, I didn't know this guy. I feel for him. I didn't know him. I've never listened to any of his work or anything. But Sudu Saha, he was a NXT Level Up commentary. He was on the NXT Level Up commentary team. Has reportedly resigned from the WWE, per this news.
Shit. Yeah, already one person gone, man.
That's already
Holy
one. And odds are, there's some higher people on the totem pole. So that leads us to our next point, bro. WWE talent will 100% walk out if the Saudi deal goes through. Speaking
man.
during a Fightful live stream, Sean Ross Sapp was asked if talent will threaten to leave if WWE is indeed purchased by the Middle Eastern nation of Saudi Arabia. Sapp responded that 100% Sapp responded that talent will 100% walk out of the company if the deal is indeed happening. Later in the stream, Sapp spoke about Sami Zayn, stating how could he stay if WWE is owned by Saudi Arabia's public investment fund. Sami is a Syrian Canadian and has been held off all WWE events in Saudi Arabia due to his Syrian heritage. Kevin Owens. These are two of the biggest guys on TV right now.
Literally, bro, two of the big. So everything everyone's talking about is those two in terms of creative.
Kevin Owens has boycotted all WWE Saudi Arabia events in a show of solidarity to his real-life best friend and on-air rival. Sapp stressed, while there have been reports of a sale, nothing has been confirmed by WWE or the Saudi fund at this time.
Dude, that's horrible, man, because I think a definite amount of people will walk away, like your Sami Zayns, like your KOs, like your MVPs. But, dude, a good chunk of these people won't give a fuck. They won't like it, but they want to keep their jobs, man.
You know
Here's
who's gonna
Zelina Vegas.
you know who we know really isn't walking out?
Oh,
Um I'll give you a hint, man. They're probably just about as money hungry as Vince McMahon. This isn't if they don't get fired again. You know them. They're friends with our buddy, the leader of the community.
oh, bro, those two, they don't give a fuck, bro. Gallows and Anderson, they don't give a fuck, bro.
Bro, those
They are
guys.
probably happy. They're like, oh man, her checks are gonna be bigger. Let's fucking go.
And that was the other thing I was reading too. I heard a report saying WWE talent will be pissed. They will also be expecting a huge pay grade.
Okay. So
Who
half of them fucking stay.
half of them are going to stay. There's not going to be a mass. I think there will be a max exodus because I think a lot of people will walk out, but I think there will be a lot of people that stay. I really do.
There's gonna be so many people that stay the bloodline stand. I
Except
see
for
it, none of
Sammy.
them. Well, Sammy, yes, obviously, but the family members of the bloodline are staying. Um, all the big names: Baron Corbin, Stan,
Oh, he's fucking staying.
JBL,
JBL, Stan.
all those guys, bro. Half of them are staying. Selena Vega, Miss Union, she's fucking staying. And where's the
Well,
fucking union at?
that's the thing. That's the thing that gets me is with Malachi Black staying in AEW. I think Malachi Black was down to go to the Saudi Arabia shows, but if the company is in creative under Vince McMahon, Malachi Black isn't going back. Malachi
Bro,
Black will be back if Triple H is there. Another guy, Andrade. Andrade ain't going. He might, but
he might if Ric Flair goes back, I could see him going back, to be honest.
mm,
But I don't know, because people are fucking taking his newest tweet into account. Like, bro, he not only does Andrade just tweet random stuff for attention, he's been doing that ever since fucking AEW, but he's saying goodbye to most likely the Black Mask fucking attire. Do they
which
not see the
sucks.
picture in the tweet, which sucks? I love that attire, but
Me too.
do you not? Can you not read the tweet, people? Come on, man. But I don't think half of these people that were gonna leave to go back are gonna do that anymore. Because where are they going back to?
It, it
Saudi Arabia?
it really doesn't seem evident at all after tonight that a guy like Adam Cole will be. You guys got to understand, a lot of these NXT guys who we all were maybe hoping maybe would one day come back under Triple H, they ain't coming back. Like Malachi Black is done. Like
I
Malachi
don't
Black is
feel so
staying in
bad.
AEW if it's Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon fucked him over so hard, had him sit in a closet, had him come back, act like a fucking weirdo, then he put him back in the fucking closet, then he took him out, and then created one of his coolest gimmicks since his NXT gimmick, and then fired him. And then
It
fired
just
him like that. Dream over, motherfucker. That was
in
it.
the middle of the vignettes, just fired him like it was nothing. Like,
He literally
dude,
just came back to start a program with Big E, and then he was done. And that was the last time we seen him.
we had I think four vignettes of the Dark Father,
Mm-hmm.
and he got fucking fired.
Yep. Ford vignettes, debuts on SmackDown, beats up Big E. That was the last we ever seen of him. And then Big E just had to not slide on him. He just had to act like nothing happened.
Bro just had to take a L, bro.
He just
Bro
took
just
it.
had to. Like, dude, what is there to come back to? You know, Bobby Fish ain't going back. Well, I could see it, but now with Adam Cole back, he ain't
But
going back there now.
Bobby Fish is smart enough though to know if it's not Triple H, he doesn't stand a fucking chance. So he's gonna be
Exactly.
fucking
And
curtain jerking at Ring of Honor until he's fucking back in AEW.
where's a little high? That's gonna be his whole career if fucking Triple
Oh
H
my
ain't there.
fucking god, bro!
And that's what
Where's
they
the
all
lie?
where's the lie? Well, that's how they
Crickets.
all think. That's why they were all going back, is because Triple H was in charge. He ain't about to be in charge. I don't even think he's in charge right now, if you ask me. Ain't nobody going back, dude. Even Lana, who is the perpetrator of Miro going back to WWE, she was so sad that Stephanie McMahon stepped down. She ain't going back to that company. She loves Stephanie. That was probably the main reason why she was coming back, because Stephanie was one of the people in charge. Now
Yep,
she ain't. They ain't going back either. So you better start fucking apologizing to TK, bro, because
they
you better
better.
hope you get a job. And when people are massively fired or when they massively leave, man, and it's gonna happen. I don't know if this is gonna sound fucked up, but I hope TK doesn't hire most of them.
Yeah,
Hire the ones that not only want to be there, but are elite, man. That's the whole
yeah,
point of this place. The elite.
100%.
Hire the best ones, man. Don't just hire your fucking Tony Nieces, your fucking half of them, guys. Hire who wants to be there
How do
first
you,
and foremost, man.
how do you always find a fucking way to bring him up?
Like, it sucks, bro.
Oh
Gross.
god, I was just thinking to myself, did he really just say that? I'm like, where the fuck did that come from? Just, hey man, I'm loving it, bro. But look,
Alright,
you know, not Tony Nese, man, just your hate for him. So
thank you.
check this out. Another guy that is probably going to be gone. You mentioned this. MVP. MVP's gone.
He has to
MVP
be.
MVP is gone. Who at the end of this, we might see Crown Jewel no, not even Crown Jewel. WrestleMania, Omos, WWE Championship versus Hulk Hogan in a couple years, bro. We know we might see Hulk Hogan versus Ric Flair on a WrestleMania. Would you
Dude,
guys want to see that, man? Does that gauge your interest, or does mine and Sir K's mock WrestleMania cards that absolutely will not happen now are mock
no,
WrestleMania cards, or is that going to happen? We might be stuck doing AEW mock cards, dude.
I'm down, man. I'm
I'm
down. And
totally down.
another person, think about Cody, bruh. He's the ultimate good boy, bruh. You know what I mean?
You know how
He is
proud he is
goody
to be
two shoes.
American?
Exactly, bro. You think he's gonna go to that fucked up ass country and fucking do what they say? Dude, the political reasons alone, Cody's gone. Cody's gone. Like, you don't think Mr. Goody Two Shoes ain't staying there, bruh. He ain't. He gone.
Nah. Yeah. Me
Fucking
too, Durante,
Hulk.
bro. Dude, we are 11 days into this motherfucking year, and this year genuinely might top last year.
Shocking controversy of the year. Saudi Arabia buys the WWE. Already
We
fucking, dude, it's already on the fucking list.
we genuinely might have to bring back we're most shocking release of the year and keep shocking controversy of the year. I mean,
It
what the
is.
fuck? Shocking controversy of the year. Saudi Arabia buys WWE, and right next to that, Tony Storm was actually Soraya's tag partner. That was no fucking joke.
Yeah, that's true. He really was her tag
What the
partner, bro.
fuck, man?
That was bad.
Did
That was
you,
real bad.
when they were doing the B-rolls and they were, saying, this is up next. This is on Rampage. Did you hear the boos? Bro, those people were pissed.
That's why they brought Tony out first. We'll talk about it on Monday, of course, but dude, that's why they brought Tony out first to get those couple boos out the way and get the pops in for when, Jamie Hayter and stuff comes up. That's
Everybody
why,
loves the Paul
that's
Hater.
horrible. I mean, who doesn't, man? But dude, that was just foul.
Bro, that great show, but what the fuck? I mean,
Oh
bro,
yeah, man.
what the fuck was that,
Let
dude?
down of the year. Already got a fucking contender. We already got number
Yes,
10.
bro. We already have 1 of 10.
God damn. That ain't right.
Another thing about Dynamite, Mr. Action Andretti ain't so bad on the mic.
He's good, man. He's got the in-ring stuff. He's got a pretty good look.
Uh-huh.
I mean, and he's good on the mic, man. And
Yeah.
I liked him with Starks.
Yeah.
I thought that looked really good.
Yeah. Absolutely. I
That
thought
was
they
really good, man. I liked it.
I thought they looked great. And I mean he's not like a Ricky Starks on the mic or anything, but yeah, he's not
So starting off, he's fucking great.
starting off. I mean, this is a great point to start, and you continue to give him reps. He'll be great, bro. He'll be a great
He's great.
standout. I would like to see him roll with. I mean, I would be cool with him rolling with Ricky Starks. I don't know. I think I don't know if that's the story you tell with Ricky Starks, being that he just got backstabbed by Will Hobbs. So maybe
Mhm.
it would make sense for him not to really trust anybody, but maybe just trust him in common enemy. But yeah, I mean, dude is not bad at all by any means. By any means, he is not bad.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. But dude, the people that are gonna leave, bro, no hurt business without MVP, bro. That
No,
ain't right.
nope.
And at that point, take Bobby Lashley, get him on AEW, bro. Let's get an AEW version of Hurt Business, bro. Let me get MVP, Bobby Lashley, Hobbs, and who else could they
Ooh.
put? I think Hobbs and Ricky Starks would be the perfect tag team for a AEW Hurt Business. That shit would be fire. Those four, that shit sounds heat to me, dog.
The thing is, although Hobbs and Starks is a good team, I don't know if Starks embodies Hurt Business. That's the thing about.
Mm,
But then
I think,
again, Cedric Alexander isn't the most like violent person
yeah,
on the planet, so I could see it working. But I mean, um,
and Bobby Lashley could come out to Bobby Bitch by Bobby Shmurda. That shit would be fire, bro.
you could get a Moose.
Yeah. It's like that would be the AEW version of Omos.
I would say Keith Lee. What do you think about Keith Lee?
Mm, nah, not in the Hurt Business.
Yeah.
He's too good. He's too much of a good person to be in the
Yeah,
Hurt Business.
yeah. I
Maybe
definitely.
Swerve. Swerve would be pretty good.
I think he
But
would be
again,
all
he's
right.
kind of, I think he's better like on his own or
He
as
does
his
look
own
cool in a
leader,
suit.
though. He does look good in his suit. No, no, Logan, come on, bro. Don't spend your money on Moose Dog. Please
Damn.
don't.
I don't know. I'd have to have some time to think about that one.
And
I don't really know who else. I don't really know who else you could put in there. I know they just put uh what's his face from Ring of Honor? Shane Taylor, maybe. Shane Taylor's pretty good. I like Shane Taylor. I don't know. They could do some interesting stuff. I feel like I'm missing somebody that is just
and
you can't see Swerve wearing a suit. He debuted in a suit.
yeah,
He looked pretty cool. He had his shades on. He had his fucking suit on. He looked pretty cool, man.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
yeah. He did debut in a suit, and I
It's
think
pretty great.
he was pretty cool in a suit. But yeah, man, it'd be cool, bro. It'd be cool. But yes, a lot of people. I can guarantee you will probably be walking out of the company, or at least Whether it, I could see a couple people walking out. I could see the people having to walk out because of, you know, their religion or whatever, or their morals. But I could see, um, and I can also see a couple other stand-up people walking out. I could see somebody like Bray Wyatt walking out. I could see somebody like L.A. Knight walking out. Um,
Oh yeah, I
be
think he'll be gone.
because, you know, he, you know damn well he doesn't want to do that again. I could maybe even see a guy like Johnny Gargano walking out.
Seen
Oddly
a
en-
family walk out.
oddly enough, I could see somebody like him walking out. I bet Brian Danielson is counting his blessings right about now because he never liked going over there. So
No, he hated it. He's happy as fuck.
they remember the year they were gonna CGI him versus AJ Styles in the in the Rumble. Oh man.
You really were gonna CGI, bro. Come on, bro. Come
Good
on,
old
man.
WWE. But honestly, I could see a lot of and then I could see the people that stay. I could see the people that
Always.
stay, hence Gals and Anderson. I could see those kind of people staying as well, man. And yeah, I
Mr.
mean it's,
Bloodline cocksucker himself, the Miz.
oh my god, poor bro,
Dude, do that.
bro, Miz did not say anything to warrant that kind of fucking reaction. Oh god, I feel bad for
Never
Miz.
forget that. That was
Th-
kind of just foul for no reason, to be honest.
that shit was so foul for no reason. Miz is probably just looking at his phone like, damn.
Dude, what the
So the last story, man. So this is the
fuck?
last story on this fuck fest so far. A class action lawsuit has been launched against Vince McMahon. A shareholder is suing Vince McMahon in Delaware, accusing him of wielding his 81% voting control to impose his will. It seems like he's used to doing that in a lot of fucking areas in his life on
Say,
WWE money illegally. City's board changes threatens to interfere with media rights.
bro.
Good for whoever sued him. Good for somebody standing up for all the other people that have lost their jobs for this old miserable fuck to get his back. However, the unfortunate news in all of this isn't going to really mean anything, bro. I mean, he's just going to beat this. And at the end of the day, this is just a shareholder. This company will go down the drain. And for the past hour and a half, we have explained to you exactly why that is the case.
Exactly, bro. He's gonna get his best lawyer to not only deal with this
Mr.
case,
McDivitt. Back at it
Mr.
again.
Exact, that fucking guy. You know, he's happy. He's about to get the biggest pay raise in the century for a lawyer. Um, he's gonna fucking he's gonna win the case, bro. And if he doesn't, they'll pay the dude off, man. And if he can't afford the case, guess who's gonna supply him the money? Saudi Arabia.
Saudi
Either way,
Arabia.
bro, no matter where this lawsuit goes, Vince McMahon's gonna win it, bro. He's gonna just win the case. This is just gonna be a little, barely even a bump in the road. It's like driving on some gravel for
Yeah.
Vince McMahon. This ain't shit, bro. This is just a random shareholder. He's gonna lose it all anyway, man. Which that sucks for the shareholders, man, because they're about to lose so much money.
Yeah.
That sucks, man. But
Yep.
that's probably why he's suing, because he knows
Just
that they're
like
gonna go
Logan's belly on
private.
Twitter.
God, fuck. Because they know they're gonna lose. This dude knows he's gonna lose all his money because they're gonna go private. That he put in this company. He's trying to sue it to get that last bit of hope. It ain't gonna work, man. People are relieved from this lawsuit. Don't be relieved, bro. It's just gonna be a bump in the road for this man. He's gonna pay the dude off. He's gonna win the lawsuit. Whatever he's gonna have to do, he'll do it.
No doubt about it, bro. And that is pretty much everything that is the WWE shitstorm. And that is going to do it for what I believe. I believe this is the third edition of Breaking News. The last time we went out live with a Breaking News was for Wyatt's release. And if we're having a fucking year like we did last year, we will, we might be on here a couple more times than, with negative news than we would like to. You know what I always look back at, real quick? You know what I always look back at as what would have been a really fun breaking news had we done the podcast?
What?
Because I remember at the time, me and you did separate videos for dream matches for this certain individual, but the return of when they cleared Bryan Danielson, that would have been a fun-ass breaking news, bro. We could have fucking talked about all our dream matches, man. That would have been great.
That would have been really fucking awesome, man. I would love that.
Yeah. Anyway, man, that would have been awesome. But yes, if this year looks anything like last year, we might be on here a little bit more than anticipated, man. But regardless, that is going to do it for this edition of the Breaking News. Another great edition of the Breaking News. Thank you guys so much for coming and listening to us on our opinions, man. Again, do not take our opinions as news. Just, hear them out, man. Hear them out, because we were right about Vince McMahon coming back as a chairman or in power in some capacity. And look what he's done since then, man. So believe us or not, man, we are undeniable. We are undeniably the IWC's best kept secret, man. The hottest up and coming podcast right here where the charisma lies, man. And with that, that is going to do it for another edition of the Notorious Heels podcast, man. This has been another edition of Breaking News. Will WWE be sold to Saudi Arabia? Stephanie McMahon resigns as co-CEO. And it most likely will, unfortunately, guys. So with that, man, again, that is going to do it, man. And it has been always a pleasure for my Johnny Mayhem.
And Sir K.
And that is going to do it for this edition of the Breaking News. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for stopping by. We love you guys. And please like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you guys on Friday with the news.
Peace.
I used to get deals on the bitch. Now I throw shields on the dick to stop me from that HIV shit. And niggas know they soft like a Twinkie fillin', playing the villain, prepare for this rap killing. Biggie Smalls is the illest. Your style is played out like Arnold, and that's what you talking about, Willis. The thrill is gone, the black Frank White is here to excite, throw dick to dice. Bitches are like I'm brainless, guns are like I'm stainless steel. I want the fucking fortune like the wheel. I squeeze cats till my clips is empty, don't tempt me. You don't want the fuck
Here I am, I'll be damned if this ain't some shit. Time to spread the bud lyrics over harmony grip. It's the mood killer death trap. Yes, I'm a jet black ninja. Coming where you rest at, surrender. Step inside the ring, use the #1 contender. Looking cold booty like your pussy in December. Nigga, stop bitching.